Welcome back, Paul. Welcome back,
What's going
sir.
on?
Hey, guy. How was your cruise?
It was fantastic.
Was it good?
It was wonderful. Yeah, it really was. It really was. It was. So, fun fact, this is the first time I turned 50 this May. This is the first time in my 50 years, and I realized that, people are, oh, you weren't working when you were 2 years old, whatever, fuck you. This is the first time in my 50 years that I have ever gone on a vacation and did not bring work with me. I left my iPad, my everything at home, and I strictly just vacationed. Now, that being said, I did have to take a couple of work calls, but it was good. It was definitely good. I recommend that to everyone. Go out on the ocean on a ship because ain't nobody can get a hold of you. Don't buy the internet package. You don't need it. You can people watch. Ooh,
no. Oh, I need to be connected to the world. I can't just people watch. Emily people watches, and I mind my own business.
Trust me. You need to, if you go on a cruise, you need to people watch.
Okay.
Which brings me to my geezer rant.
All right, we're already at the geezer rant. Already.
Hey, shout out to Dave Phillips who sponsored that first part. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave. We love you, Dave.
We, myself and Bridget, spent 8 days on a Carnival cruise ship this past week. And what we discovered is there are some very interesting people on board a Carnival cruise ship. Now, I'm not going to give you all of them because some of these, I realize we're on the internet, but some of these are they're a little offensive. They're a little bit over the top. I do have the leopard print hat, Doug, and I can wear it next week on the show. It's downstairs. It's in the basement. So it's my beach hat.
Paul's leopard print hat.
Oh, yeah. Doug's got it on his profile picture. That's the leopard print hat right there. It's fantastic.
Doug asked, did I miss the story of how the group of 50-year-old cougars and Paul were wearing the same hat?
No, I was the only one that had that hat. And I got a lot of compliments on that hat. So fuck you.
Oh, Doug. I bet you did.
Yep.
I bet you did, Panama Red.
I did. People loved it. The other thing that I discovered, 7% of the crews were people from Michigan. And I wore a lot of Michigan stuff. I also did not wear Virginia Tech stuff, and I'll get to that in a minute. You'll understand why as part of my rant. I wore a lot of Michigan stuff, and I got a lot of Go Blues from people, as I always do. I also got into a verbal confrontation with an Ohio State fan that has zero sense of humor and even less common sense. So fuck you, guy, if you're why we're watching this. You can suck my taint. The other guy that I was talking to at the bar was an Ohio State fan. He was cool as shit. The guy that came up, fuck that guy. I hate Ohio State fans.
Fuck that guy.
Let's see. Let's start out with the family from West Virginia. Now, these are all people, for the most part, that we witnessed in person. There's one that we did kind of. So I'll get to that. We were on a catamaran in the Dominican Republic. And there was a family of people from West Virginia. I know this because they were wearing Mountain State T-shirts. And at one point, I heard one of the people say that they were from West Virginia.
That's a good indicator.
Yes, there was a dad, his son, his other son, and his other son. The dad also had two younger children with his wife. She was there. I don't know if it's second wife, I don't know, but there was two younger children. The other dad had 2 or 3 kids. We're not really sure because there was a weird, like 6th, 7th kid that was there that was cuddling with one of the girls, but we weren't sure if he was family or a boyfriend. And then honestly, in West Virginia, could have been
the same thing.
Let's be real. Yeah. The kids got drunk on the catamaran. Then the adults proceeded to get drunk on the catamaran to the point where the original dad was so inebriated on the boat that he actually had a bucket in front of him. They'd given him like a flower pot bucket, and in case he had to puke. It was fantastic.
Oh, he had a boot basket.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've all been there, Paul.
Yeah. No, hey, listen, I'm the guy that puked all over Andrew Alex's bathroom in Charlotte. So I got no room to talk.
You didn't just puke all over it.
Yeah, but the teenage kids getting drunk, the mom, the dad, the mom, the dad, the mom, the two uncle, whatever. It was just a shit show. There was on the same ship or boat. There was a dirtbag Packer fan who was yelling at the captain about how to sail the boat. I won't get much on that, but just reiterating that Packer fans all suck. Fuck you, Packer fans. There was the sunblock couple on the beach in Puerto Rico. This couple, no joke, spent an hour slathering sunscreen on themselves and each other just to get dressed and go inside.
I mean, that sounds about right, Paul. I'm very conscious of sunburn.
He was also an Ohio State fan. I did see the old guy wearing a polo shirt and basketball shorts with his polo shirt tucked into the front of his basketball shirt. I will never be that guy.
What?
Yeah. These
are your that's the best you got, Paul?
No. I'm hold on. I'm getting there. All right, you know what? We'll skip ahead. There were the four douchers, which reminded me of Andrew, Nathan, Jimmy Cleveland, and Matt Masiosi.
Well, they sound awesome
like 5 years ago. They're just douchebags. They were wearing gold rimmed sunglasses at 11 o'clock at night, getting cut off at the bar. It was fantastic.
Okay, so they rule, Paul.
Now
douche nozzles like that are a blast.
They kept trying to pick up women, and yet it was just the four of them hanging out together. So yeah. Strike four. Now here we are to the good ones. I was not aware that this was a thing until we got on the cruise and discovered that people will actually just shit in various places on the cruise ship.
What?
They will just shit.
What are you talking about?
Like shit. Well, you know what taking a shit is, right? You're aware of that?
Wait, what are you talking about? Just off the side?
No, inside.
What?
Yeah. So the first one, we didn't actually witness this one. We were on the elevator with a lady who it happened in her hallway. She was walking towards her room and she saw it like laying on the floor. And she was like, that's funny. Some kid put a fake pile of dog poop, right, on the floor. Haha, that's hilarious. She got about 6 doors down from the pile and the smell hit her. And she realized that it was not fake, that somebody had actually literally pulled their pants down and shit in the middle of the hallway.
No wonder people get fucking sick on cruises all the time. It's not just the vicinity of you. People are shitting all over the place.
Then we actually did witness this one. We were all sitting at the bar. This was a couple nights later. And all of a sudden, every one of us turned and we were like, what the fuck is that smell? This dude had walked across the dance floor in the main bar, in the lobby bar, walked across the dance floor, and apparently was on his way to the bathroom and didn't make it. He shit 3 times on the way to the bathroom on the dance floor. In the lobby.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And last but not least, and this is why I couldn't wear my Virginia Tech stuff on the ship, we saw the horniest hokey ever. Horny.
What?
Yeah.
Andrew Alex was there.
No. Worse. He was older than me, so I would say probably late 50s, maybe even his early 60s, and he was there with his wife. And we were in the piano bar, and he was trying to love her also in the piano bar.
Nice.
The only thing keeping him from actually penetrating was the fact that they were both wearing some form of pants. Otherwise, he would have been balls deep in her.
Nice.
Yeah. So these are some of the people, just some. There are a few that I left off because of offensiveness that we ran into on our cruise. Other than that, it was good. I encourage people to do it. It's a lot of fun.
What the fuck, Paul? Like, I've been on a cruise. It wasn't like that.
No.
Shitting
in the hallway.
People weren't shitting in hallways.
Shitting on the dance floor.
Oh my God.
I wish I was making this up. If anybody's friends with me on Facebook and you saw my post about peeing off the back of the boat, meeting all the security staff. That was a joke, obviously, but nope. So 2 people. I don't know if they were the same person. I'm not sure, but 2 times on the boat, somebody shit. Just shit.
Okay.
Yep.
Why didn't you want to wear hokey stuff around the horny hokey?
Because I was afraid he would try to be my friend. And
why wouldn't you want to be his friend, Paul?
Because I was afraid that he was going to also try to procreate with me. It didn't seem to matter. Like, he was just...
I don't think 2 men can procreate.
He was just all up in her. Well, he was going to try. So I avoided. I finally wore hokey stuff the last day. We were sitting at lunch, and he walked by, and I'm like, I was actually wearing my Terradome t-shirt. Shout out to Dan.
Shout out, Dan.
Yeah, and he walked by, and I was like, oh, shit.
Who's probably happy right now because North Carolina's up 52-31 on the Hokies right now.
Yeah, Dan is?
Dan is a North Carolina fan, and we give him shit for it constantly.
I was not aware of this.
He loves North Carolina in basketball. He's like, I've always liked them.
Okay.
No, Dan, fuck.
That's not how that works. Oh, all right. So that's it. That's my geezer rant. Those are the people that I ran into, sort of, somewhat, in a way, on the cruise. I encourage you all to go on cruises and just people watch. It's fantastic.
No. You maybe want to avoid cruises is what you did.
No.
Now we're on to our Blacksburg vibe check, sponsored by Quest Floor Care.
Let's bring it back to in Blacksburg.
Let's bring it back to the mainland here. Yeah, so the vibe in Blacksburg is weird. It's a very weird vibe in Blacksburg. Sports aren't doing great, but baseball and softball starting up, so it's like we might be able to be happy about something. But overall,
I will throw out there, wrestling is doing well.
Wrestling's doing well.
But they always do.
We got upset, but we also had upsets. Wrestling always does well.
Yeah.
But the vibe around Blacksburg right now is it's been very cold, and people are happy that it's warming up. Yes. Really, the vibe in Blacksburg is, now that I've got through the getting this passed, we need to find the horny hokey and get him on the show for the cruise recap with Paul. I agree. Honestly, the vibe around Blacksburg would be a lot better if we had the horny hokey rolling around everywhere.
The horny,
there'd be a lot of pearl clutching, but my God, talk about just something for people to talk about, because right now, most people don't have shit to talk about in town except to be sad. Yeah. And that is distressing in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the hockey team is not doing super well. They're not doing terrible, but they're not doing super well.
They're normally great.
Basketball, yeah. I mean, they're at least competitive,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the big thing. Like, again, I mean, I've said this all along. Like, we're not North Carolina. We're not Duke. You got to understand that we're probably 4 to 12. Most years. If we fall somewhere in there, we did well. I mean, that's the reality of it. It's not, I'm not being an asshole, but like, we're probably not UVA. Well, UVA is not UVA right now. That makes
Paul, we've had this conversation. UVA don't matter. Even the sports they're good at, they suck at.
It's true. That is true. That's fair. And the sports that they're good at are mostly irrelevant sports.
Yes, exactly. So no one cares. And the sport that they hung their hat on, they're shit at now. So
Yep. That makes me happy.
Whatever. Fuck UVA.
Yeah.
Pour me another glass, because
there you go.
Oh, Jeremy got a cease and desist from Express Scripts today in retaliation for all the work I've been doing. So cheers to Express Scripts. You ain't ever shut me up, you fucking dicks.
Yeah,
threatening to kick me out of network. You know what? Kick me out of network. I don't make fucking shit on anything. I don't fucking care. I will slaughter my pharmacy. I will put it up on the sacrificial table if I have to win this battle and to fix what's going on in pharmacy for patients, for pharmacies, everything. I will do that. I will never back off. So fuck y'all.
Yeah. Love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fuck face.
Yeah. And cheers to the horny hokey.
To the horny hokey. He passed the vibe check.
He did. Yeah. If the horny hokey was in Blacksburg, he'd probably be popular.
He would be.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Joe Rogers. I'm glad you're feeling better. Joe, got attacked by somebody.
Wait, now are we talking Joe Rogers Quest Floor Care or Joe Rogers
Quest Floor Care?
Oh,
he got attacked. He's doing all right though, but yeah, he posted it online and he told me the other day he was okay. It was just kind of a scary thing. This guy was there when he was looking at a place and the guy went off and attacked him. Insane.
Oh, people are crazy.
People are crazy. I think this guy probably had some mental health issues, but I'm glad you're okay, Joe, and I'm glad he didn't do any long-term damage. We love you, Joe.
100%.
Now we're on to Hokey High, sponsored by Bear Den Tip. Paul, what are we feeling high about here lately?
Spring game, question mark? Now, have we heard, is Virginia Tech actually going to have their spring game? Because I guess, apparently, programs around the nation are canceling their spring game.
I don't know why they're doing that. It's a good opportunity for the school, the town, everything, for everyone to come in. There's Chris. How are you, Chris?
Yeah. Chris says,
as far as I know, our spring game's still on, but I've been out of the loop.
Well, I just don't, I don't understand why you would cancel it. Now, here's the thing, though. I do get this. You look at Virginia Tech, okay? And Virginia Tech is a different animal. Spring game, we put about 25 to 35,000 people in Lane Stadium for the spring game, right? It's not full, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it's probably 60, maybe even 70% full, a lot of spring games. So, for Virginia Tech, that makes sense.
It's also a mini homecoming. That's what we do. Everyone comes to town, and most of the time, I don't make it to the spring game because I'm too drunk.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm in town spending money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's important.
Money that Express Scripts tried to take from you.
Oh, they've always taken it from me. Now Express Scripts they're actually giving me an olive branch in a lot of ways by saying, "Hey, do you want us to not take your money anymore? Let's kick you out of network." Because you're talking too much.
I've heard of Express Scripts. I'm not really sure who they are, but
they're a PBM, and they also run a mail order pharmacy. They fucking suck, is what they do. No, they're awful. Fuck them, and I'm never gonna shut up. So fuck y'all.
Yeah.
And all you've done is feed the fire. Now I'm just gonna come harder.
Pardon? What?
Oh yeah.
Huh? Isn't that how you made a baby?
Yes, that's exactly how, Paul. Thank you for that
graphic
confused. Visual.
I'm so poor Emily. She's so beautiful, and what does she get to look at? Me. I'm done.
I'm known for ruining moments, Paul.
Yes, even with your own wife. Yes, you are. God bless her. She's a national treasure.
Yes. But fuck you, Express Scripts. But what I'm feeling high about is the fact that we are getting this bill through that I've been working on forever, and we just need the governor to sign it. So if everyone could call the governor's office and tell him to pass the Save Local Pharmacy Act, to just sign it, no amendments, just call him, press 1, leave a message. It'll take you 1 minute, and it'll help us all out a lot.
All right.
That would be awesome. But that's pretty much the only thing I'm feeling high about because I'm getting pressure from all angles over here, Paul.
I hear you. I know you are too. I know that for a fact. So everyone give Jeremy some love. Get your pharmaceuticals from him. Your year's supply of Viagra for $150.
Yes, and we're rolling out the 25/50 program, Paul. $25 for generic medication, a 6-month supply, $50 for a full year supply. It's an incredible fucking deal.
Shut up, really?
Yes, we're rolling that out. I'm getting the flyers and the promotional material made, and we're going to go around and talk to the doctor's offices. But if you have your doc send in a full year supply of generic medication, I will do it for cheap. It falls into one of 3 categories unless it's super expensive, then it's just not on it. But I did the numbers, and the top 100 generic drugs, 75% of them would fall into this category, and over 50% would fall into the 25/50 category. So,
wow.
Yeah, significant savings for everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling that out, everybody,
That's
so that I don't have
Family
to depend
Pharmacy,
on Express Scripts.
right behind the tree, downtown Blacksburg.
That hassle.
Yeah. Chris he's talking about Youngkin. I'm sure, Chris, you probably tried to call him a couple of times. It wouldn't surprise me. He says he'll call
Hal, thank you for calling, Hal. We appreciate you. My blood pressure medicine is more expensive than narcotics. It depends.
No, he's not wrong.
Narcotics are cheap as dirt now. Like,
I know
that's the thing. But if you can even get a hold of them because everything's on back order,
my
it's
fiance,
insane.
Bridget, she has diabetes, and the amount of money that she pumps out every month for like her sensors, her medication, her
sensors
insulin.
are expensive.
Yeah. And then her doctor tried to switch her to the one that just like sends the thing to your phone, so you don't have to scan it every time.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
And her insurance company denied it because she doesn't. I don't really. They had stupid reasons, but they denied it.
Of course they do. The PBM denied it. They set the formulary, Paul. It's the PBMs. It's always the PBMs.
Burn them to the ground.
Burn them to the ground.
That's right.
All right. Defining example, sponsored by Shine Time Mobile Detailing. What is the defining example of Hokie Nation?
Jeremy Counts out there trying to save the world one pharmacy at a time, trying to prevent us from getting gouged on prices by the PBMs and the PMBs and the BBMs and the BBCs and all of that stuff.
And the MCOs, Paul.
And the MCOs. I didn't even know that was a thing. I know BBCs.
Managed care organizations.
I don't think BBC means the same thing. That
the MCOs will give you a BBC. Trust me.
Will they? Right?
They're giving the Commonwealth of Virginia a BBC right now. It's bad. It's real bad.
You know what? Have you done the research on what, like, who's in bed with what?
Yes.
Different. Yeah.
Yes.
Have you? Is that something that people can readily find on PBM on the Rocks?
Oh yeah. As far as who's in bed, are you talking about
like who's getting
which companies own each other? Oh
no, like which people in Congress? Like I'm talking about. Like I still believe that they should have to wear like NASCAR jackets, so like we know who's sponsoring them, so we know where they really stand.
Oh yeah, it's no secret on where the money's flowing. Like there are particular senators and House members that are getting a lot of payer industry money. Ted Cruz is one. Ted Cruz, fuck you. Ted Cruz is doing everything he can to prevent any kind of healthcare reform and to let the insurers and everyone else profiteer. And Ted Cruz is a really bad one.
He's basically not a good guy anyway, from what I can figure.
No, he fucking sucks. And then we also have issues with a lot of times. Well, for a while, it was Schumer holding up a lot of reform bills on the Democrat side, but that was more politics than money flowing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it happens everywhere because these companies are huge, y'all. Like they have the wealth and power of nations. It's, they fling it around. They swing that dick. So
Jeremy Counts with his very itty bitty dick is out there just trying to swing it in front of the PBMs, the HMOs, the MSOs, the LMNOPs, the WXYZs.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. And while I'm doing the smallest helicopter in the world, they're distracted and we can actually get some things done.
They're like, it looks like a penis, only smaller. Let's just stare at it, see what happens.
Is there a little soldier in that bush?
Yeah.
Now, we are moving on to our Rock Hard Player of the Week. And this week, I'm going to award the Rock Hard Player of the Week to Senator Aaron Rouse. A Hokie got the PBM reform bill passed here in the state of Virginia. We are bringing a single PBM to Virginia Medicaid. We're going to save the state millions, if not more, every single year. That's money that can go to patient care. That's money that can go to schools. That's money that can actually going to help the people of the Commonwealth instead of going to the pockets of middlemen. He stood up and he pushed this bill because he knew that it was important for healthcare access and it was important for everyone out there. And for that, we award the Rock Hard Player of the Week to a fellow Hokie, Senator Aaron Rouse. Thank you, sir.
Love it. Love it.
Thank you, sir.
Chris wants us to talk about Bayshall Tootin having the fastest 40 time of any running back at the combine. There, we did it. How do we do? Do we do good, Chris? We're not your analysis people. Stop it, Chris.
I mean, he's right, though. Bayshall Tootin is like,
he's killing it.
He's not just super fast. He's also quick on top of it. That's why he's so good. Yeah. Like, it's the acceleration. It's the top speed. It's everything. Like, dude's shifty. Dude's great at what he does.
Some jagoff on Twitter said he'd probably be a first-day pick if he didn't fumble so much. I got to be honest with you. I don't know that Bayshall, did he fumble a lot? I looked it up and I saw zeros, but that was ESPN. And apparently ESPN has like the stats all screwed up. Oh my God. Wayne in Ohio just sent me a text message. We're missing Red Panda at the game. Son of a bitch.
Red Panda didn't show up?
No, she's there. We're not.
Oh man. Red Panda. Excellent. That's the best halftime show you can get.
Apparently, it's 57-37 North Carolina. Do you want to rescind your statement about?
It is 66-35 North Carolina. We're getting our ass beat. We were looking good coming up to halftime, and we just fell apart.
What was I just going to look up?
I don't something about Red Panda or the fumbles, I think.
Oh, yeah, the fumbles. That's it. Let me see here. I'm just curious now. Because I commented on it, and I was like, doesn't look like he fumbles very much to me. And then somebody commented that ESPN has it incorrect. They don't, what did they say? They don't track the fumbles correctly, or they don't put them up there. So let me see here. I'm looking. Hang on. Apparently, Virginia Tech also doesn't put fumbles on their stat line.
I mean, he fumbled every so often, but it's not like he was a major fumbler.
No, I don't feel like it was a habitual thing. This person on Twitter, of course, it's Twitter. Twitter's a cesspool. Fuck Twitter. But yeah, let me see here. Oh, here we go. NFL draft profile. This might actually have it. I don't know.
Half our show is watching Paul look something up. Watching Paul getting his rub on his phone.
Talk about something. I don't care.
Ball security. Speaking of cruise, they say ball security, every time someone talks about a cruise, I think of It's Always Sunny episode.
I've never seen that. I don't watch It's Always Sunny very often. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's Dennis who, he's going around and he's trying to get with all these girls, and he's like, it's much easier on our cruise because of the implication. And everyone's like, what? And he thinks it's normal. Like, it's normal. Like, this is obvious. Everyone's going to understand the implication. And finally, he's just like, if they don't do something, you can just throw them off the boat. And I was like, what?
They frowned on that. Oh, we did see somebody get in trouble. We did see somebody get in trouble on the cruise to the point. Well, we didn't see them get in trouble, but we saw the aftermath. Apparently, if you get in trouble, big enough trouble, I don't know what the litmus test for that is on the cruise, they will stick you in your stateroom and post a security guard outside.
Yeah.
And you have to sit in your stateroom for the entire night.
So some cruises have cruise jail.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if this one does or not. Whatever the person did, we kept walking past there, and I kept offering to give the security guards a break. I was like, I can sit here for 20 minutes if you need to go to the bathroom or something. They just laughed. They're like, no, we're good. So.
That must suck. Like, you think you've got this great gig being a security guard on a cruise, and you get stuck having to babysit these assholes.
Yeah. Now you're just stuck in a hallway, sitting on a chair with a clipboard.
And there's shit in the hallway.
And they're possibly, that might get you put in the cruise jail. I don't know. The one guy,
there's shit in the hallways. What are they doing in the room?
He made an escape. He made an escape. Like, nobody caught him. He just turned the corner and just kept going.
Wow.
Yeah.
No one even saw?
Well, yeah. Several people saw. We smelled because we were sitting there with our back to it.
No, I mean, no one could identify the phantom shitter?
The one in the hallway that left a pile, or the one in the bar that just walked along and shit? Because they were doing
the one in the bar.
Apparently not. Like I said, we didn't see it because we had our back to it. And then all of a sudden there was just the smell hit us. And some other dude walked up and was like, that guy just shit. And like, he kind of went around the corner and then that was it. He disappeared. I don't know. The bathroom. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, we learned a lot tonight, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love all of you. Go ahead. Like, rate, and subscribe.
Yeah.
This show about shit.
Listen, Chris, that's what this show is. This show literally is about shit most of the time. Today it was just actual shit.
That's why you don't use Carnival, Peepaw.
Carnival was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. I don't know about any of the other ones. This is my first cruise. I had a great time, except for the shitters and the horny hokey.
The horny hokey sounded awesome, Paul. He was just having a good time.
It was just really weird because he was just all up in her shit in a piano bar. Like, it wasn't like it was the nightclub and they were both like no, they were in a, like, Jim, the piano player, was playing like, I don't even know, Memphis Rose or whatever the hell the song is. And he just like, you know, like it was bizarre.
It turns out it was Evan Hughes.
Evan Hughes, the horny hokey. No.
Oh, no. I will never do that to you, Evan. Oh, my God.
The other thing about the piano bar that was fun, and I'll leave you with this, was so right next to the piano bar itself,
well, number one, I love piano bars.
It was fantastic. We enjoyed going to the piano bar. We went a couple of different times. Right next to it, though, was a glass door to go out of the piano bar. But fun fact, you had to actually unlock the door in order to go out. But you would watch and people would just like try to open the door, or sometimes they just run into the door because they thought it would open out. It was very funny watching people not be able to operate the door. I enjoyed that very much.
Thank you, P-Pop.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. This has been a great show. I'm glad you could join us. Everyone, stick around later and catch some real analysis with the guys over at Boundary Corner. Let's continue. Yeah, you're getting the good stuff here.
That's it.
All right, love you all. Let's go Hokies.